Experienced some tightness yesterday after practice. Went in the training room, just said, "Hey, my groin feels tight." He had a little groin in the training camp, had a groin last year, so we just shut him down for today. Just to get him to the game.
And a questionable, is it a good?
I on the positive side of questionable, I feel good that Shi. Like I said, we shut him down today. Just he said great week of practice. Shut him down today. Get some other guys some reps, and we'll be ready to go.
Is game time decision appropriate language for that?
I don't think so. I think it's like anything questionable because if things were to get worse over the next couple of days, but I'm feeling pretty positive about him.
Contingency plans if he can't go as a returner?
Great. DJ would go back there. LaVisca would go back there. So, yeah, DJ would be first up.
Yeah. In terms of this new schedule with Friday practices, how is that going? And as you are doing that this year now?
Yeah, I think it's going great. I think the guys they like it. I think they appreciate having 2 days to get their bodies ready. So it's been good for us. Ben does a great job on offense of getting the whole game plan in really by yesterday. So today's kind of a polished day for offense. They can hit all the different situations, and Phil's always kind of done it that way too. So I like the way we practice today.
Go ahead.
What did you see from both sides of the ball in practice this week in terms of cleaning some of the things up, missed tackles on defense and exchanges on offense?
Yeah, we've had no exchange issues during practice, so we're going to go in real positive that we cleaned that up, and then tackling we saw the starting point last week. We worked on it all week in practice. I think the guys understand how important it is. Obviously, we're facing 2 great backs this week, so we have to do a great job. And but I like the way the defense has looked all week. I like the way the offense has looked all week. They've practiced well. Now we just got to cut it loose on game day.
Hey Matt, MetLife holds about 83,000 people. Pretty loud place. Going to be the home opener. Have you talked to the guys, in particular the rookies, about kind of staying in the moment? And is there something that you've done this week to kind of keep them there, keep them balanced going into that?
Yeah, really, that's that question you asked about staying in the moment. That to me is the key to being a great football player. Winning requires results, and results require focus. It's about staying in the moment and playing each play, and that's what the best do. And so that's kind of something we talk about all the time. So those guys have played those rookies have played their first real NFL game last week. Now it's week 2, their first road game. I think that's a tremendous key. Obviously, we've had crowd noise all week at practice to prepare for the crowd noise of being on the road. We had 2 road games in the preseason. Well, obviously not the same crowd. Our guys have at least had that experience, and so we'll have to operate well, cadence-wise on offense, and communicate well on defense in the noise.
It didn't seem like on Sunday getting the plays in was ever an issue. You guys weren't really up against the play clock ever off the top of my head. First, did you think that was a concern at all? Like, how did you guys do with getting the plays in?
I think we were in so much no huddle. I thought the plays got in fast. I didn't think there was really any issue. On defense, we always anticipate, hey, this opponent, could go no huddle against us in the flow of the game. So we're always working that and being prepared for that. But offensively, this past game, the clock was we had 1 on a 3rd and 5 that led to 3rd and 10, 1 delay a game. But other than that, I thought the play calls got in early, and I thought our poise obviously improved as the game went on. It'll be key this game.
I was going to say, so how do you prepare for probably a more a louder environment where that could now be an issue when it wasn't in week 1?
Yeah, I think the crowd noise at practice. I mean, literally, we had Los had a golf cart with the speakers right behind us. We're not even using the speakers over there just to prepare for it. But we've done that all training camp. We don't wait till this week. I like playing the crowd noise even at Wofford because I think it forces guys to communicate, and so it's something we've done a lot. So I hope that we can. I hope that we can just take our practice and apply it in the game.
I want to ask you about a couple of Giants players, and offensively and defensively. First, Kadarius Toney is a guy who only saw 4 snaps, touched the ball twice. Looked like they were trying to run like a reverse pass for him. How do you prepare for a guy who doesn't have a lot of tape, but you're aware of his ability? Yeah,
we had Kadarius in the Senior Bowl, and so we have a tremendous feel for the type of player that he is: dynamic, explosive. I know he's working his way back from an injury. We know that when he's in the game, he's a playmaker. So we don't know what they'll do with him, but we have to be prepared for everything. And I thought that was an excellent play by him. He had a chance to throw it. He tucked the ball and got positive yardage. So you throw in Barkley, you throw in Breida, and then him. That's another guy that you have to tackle that presents a challenge.
And then defensively for them, Kavion's a guy who they haven't seen yet. Exact same question. How do you prepare for a guy who does not have any tape yet?
Yeah, it's really hard. You have some preseason games that you can look at. You can go back and watch them a little bit in college. But seeing the game reps from last week obviously isn't there. So they can watch Ward. They can watch some of the other guys that they have. Go back to preseason. Our guys, our tackles do a good job. Timo has a tackle school, and they all come in and they watch tape together. Coach Campen prepares all those cut-ups for them. So I think it's one of those deals where they have a glimpse. They're gonna have to get into the game and just play the game and just play it snap by snap and sort of see how they're attacking us, how they're rushing us, and try to make those adjustments. In series, not even wait till we get to the sideline.
And then Ojulari is a guy who you had to prepare for a year ago. What are some things he does and presents problem-wise when he's out there?
Well, he's an excellent edge rusher. He got us twice last year at the end of the game. Plays with length, plays with speed, burst. And I think I like about him is he's relentless. He'll just keep coming and coming. So, and I think that's really a hallmark of their defense. Their defense plays really hard. You can see it on tape last week, which you expect from Coach Martindale. So, we can go back to last year to get a little bit more tape on him, and guys can watch. And so I think all of those things are keys, they're factors. And, they present a lot of different alignments defensively. So that whole mindset of getting into the game and just, playing it snap to snap and seeing how we're being attacked, I think is a key for across the board on the offensive line.
And real quick, was there ever any concern with Taylor? Obviously, he went full today and whatnot, just limited the first 2 days. Any concern there at all?
No, I tried to pull Timo out a little bit yesterday early. He had a rep count. I tried to pull him, and he was ready to fight me, so he wanted to keep going. So that's the kind of guys we have. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, Moten, he's a sturdy guy. He played the whole game, kind of dealing with it, and but I think he'll be full speed ready to go.
And then you made clear that the wide receivers, Rashard and Terrence, them not getting in, it was more of a product of the slow start. I'm just curious, how did Terrace look this week? Practice?
That's a great question. Terrace has had probably the best week of practice I've seen him have. Really, really excited about him. Kind of like I said in training camp, he was hurt, so he was working his way back. I think he worked his way back. I don't think he probably didn't like not playing last week because he's a competitor, and he has a look in his eye right now that he wants to play. And so his week this week was really good. Rashard's always really, really dependable. So he's a pro. So I would anticipate those guys getting in the game. I hope that they get in the game, but we'll see how the flow of the game goes.